depreciate her, appreciate her. Number 2, you have to be a secure man. You cannot be intimidated by her physicality or her presence. That body, it's artwork, built to last. Okay, so as a man, you have to appreciate that again, not compete with it. Number 3, you should match the standard physically. Now, of course, you do not have to be her, but you do need to take care of yourself. She wants to admire you too, darling. Effort appreciates effort. Number 4, respect her lifestyle. Training, meals, recovery, all of that is non-negotiable. Do not try and pull her out of her routine. You must align with it. Number 5, and this is a big one, you have to feed her, okay? She eats with purpose, so send her groceries, send her a little Grubhub, send her a little Zelle, a little $100, $200, because she needs food to eat and grow, okay? All of that is support, it's being thoughtful, and it's being very strategic.
Yeah, I didn't want to take everything, but just that's if you want to watch the rest, check her YouTube channel. Yeah.
Thank you.
What's your thoughts on it? If if I could ask you that,
On what?
like everything, like I mean, like I could ask you, like, do you want a guy to worship you?
Okay. I want to be appreciated. Okay. So like, based on my experiences with dating, I've had very positive experiences. So I look at myself as a woman who enjoys being taken care of because I take great care of myself. Like I spend a fortune on my food, my supplements, all of my training, everything I do to be exactly who I am because I'm worth it. If I wasn't worth it, I wouldn't give a damn about trying to be one of the strongest women ever, or, eating a certain type of way or training a certain type of way. Like it's an investment. Like I like how I look. I like so it requires effort. It requires intentionality. It requires money and just being very detail oriented, meticulous, committed. Like that's how I treat myself. Like that's baseline. So if I'm going to have a man in my orbit who's interested in me, at the minimum, he has to come in at the level that I'm in, but really higher. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm already doing it. So I'm like, a man, I look at him as needing to, like, he has to enjoy doing those things how I do for myself. He has to want to do those things. And not necessarily like worship, but I do want him to be very much so interested in me. Like he has to like really like me. And if he really likes me, he's going to be like, oh yeah, let me do whatever it is I need to do for you to make sure that you're happy and that you don't need anything. Because I'm already performing at 110%. You know what I'm saying? So like when you say worship, one of the first things I think is like some of the fetishy type stuff, like, oh, let me, touch your muscles and blah, 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 blah. But worship in a way of like, just heavy adoration. I do want him to be obsessed with me, but not like in a real obsessive type of way. But what I mean is that I want him to have 24/7 a conscious awareness. Is Marcie good? Because for me, like I like to feel wrapped up in love and security. And I'm like, if I don't have that, if he doesn't naturally feel that way towards me, then that's just not my guy. I don't want a guy who doesn't feel that way towards me. Because I'm like, I know I feel that way about myself. So I definitely need a man who can give me that same energy. Otherwise, I don't need to entertain him,
No, I understand. I mean, I just, in a way, it just kind of like, it kind of projected me as a bit of a worship or getting something that you might not be able to get at a certain point, if I could say that. I don't know.
what I don't understand what you're saying.
No, I'm just saying, like it just kind of, I just me looking at it, it was it was like a little worship, like when you say when on certain things like feed them. I get what you're saying, but you know
Oh,
it
you saying that was your initial thought when you saw that video about like the idea of worship being worshiped?
yeah, like in a pedestal. That's what like
Yeah, yeah,
being
very much so. I think like I feel that that's how women should be treated. And one of the things I see a lot is that there's a handful of men, maybe more, who feel that women shouldn't be treated that way. Like they should be not worshipped or treated like ladies. Like they're just supposed to be there to just be used for something. And I'm like, I don't like that. I suppose maybe some women need to do better. Maybe they don't deserve whatever somebody else thinks that they may not deserve. But I think that if you have good character, you shouldn't be promoting mistreatment of anybody. I know I don't
no,
promote.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like to a point when you pedalize somebody, they may not be appreciative. You know, they'll look down on you in the simple way of me saying it, because I could be giving you flowers and money, taking you on dates, and then you not doing anything for me, and
Well,
then I start having that resentment, and that's what a lot of guys, I notice they do that. Like they'll pay for things, and the women don't really do much.
well, I
You
think with
know.
that being said, you have to use common sense. But I think what happens is that some of these guys, they are investing the things that they're investing ultimately because they're just trying to be with this woman for reasons that aren't like long term. I think if they're dealing with a woman who has made it obvious that they really don't like them, they're probably just trying to get try to get to the finish line and sleep with her so they can just be like, okay, I'm done with her, or I've done so much, let me at least try to smash and then let me go about my business. But I think you need to have high standards for yourself as a man. Like for me, I like to be pursued by a man. I'm not going to give a man masculine energy and chase him. Okay. I don't think he should chase me. But what I do feel he should do is pursue me. So one of my philosophies is that a man chooses a woman and a woman either accepts or denies. Okay, but I'm not going to chase him. Like you have to make it obvious to me that you really want me. And then at that point, I'll confirm that I like you and I want us to go on this path to pursue each other. However, if I'm being dismissive, or if you could tell that I'm not feeling you like that, why are you still trying to pursue me? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you have to have standards and boundaries for yourself, where it's just kind of like, well, if it's not reciprocated that the other interest is there, then at that point you have to just cut your losses short. Because like I said, just more and more as I continue to mature, as I see like red flags, I'm not about to look for or wait for a second one. I'm just gonna be like, this doesn't make sense. I have too much, self-worth to deal with things that I know don't make sense. So I think it is it's logical to know that you don't want to get used or have somebody take advantage of you, but you can tell just by their actions. Like I said, if a man gives me a green light, I'm not just gonna sit up and just be like, well, I'm not gonna, return any type of energy. But I am gonna allow like natural polarity. I do want him to pursue me. And I'm just gonna, give him that good feminine balanced energy, but I'm not gonna treat him indifferently. But that's me. Like I understand like some women, they aren't like that. They aren't optimized. But I know for me, like I have good character, integrity. I want to be treated with love and respect. So I'm gonna give that out. But I'm not gonna like chase him or treat him like I'm the man, because I don't want that type of relationship. And I do think some men probably do want to be chased. I don't want a man who has like a princess type of. I like masculine guys. I don't want no dude that's just kind of working from that space. But I do understand again what you're saying. Like some men, they don't want to feel like, oh, I'm getting the flowers, I'm being romantic. She's not reciprocating. If she's not reciprocating, and you see she's not reciprocating, there's your answer. All right, well, you're gonna just stick around for what? Why would you stick around? You see that she clearly doesn't. She's not into you. So just have some self-respect and remove yourself from that situation.
Yeah, a lot of guys, I noticed they just they just settle what they can get, and you know, that's not really good too. So, you
Oh
know.
yeah, I'm gonna do a video about that. I think a lot of men have their idea of their dream girl. Like, oh, if I had her, I wouldn't need any other bitches, any other hoes, blah, blah, blah. However, let's just say this. Some men may never get their dream girl because one, their dream girl may not exist, or if she does exist, they may not have enough, whereas she would just want to be with him. Right.
Right.
There are some women out there who, oh, love is enough. Love is enough. Right. I think love is great. I don't say that love is enough because you need to have a balance. And that balance is determined by both parties. For example, for me, if I'm gonna be with a guy, he has to have some resources. He needs to be rich on paper. He has to have active resources because where I'm at, it's just a high financial requirement. Like my regular bills without saving is like $5,000. I'm actively working. I have to work to pay my bills. So let's just say if a guy he comes in my orbit, he wants to spend time with me or he wants a vacation. Well, sir, you need to have money to help offset my lost wages because this is what I've been doing during this time. Separate of you coming into my life, now you want to shenan and have fun. That's fine, but you need to have enough resources to be in my life like that because I'll be losing money if I'm entertaining you. You see what I'm saying? So it's like he absolutely has to have that because I'm like I'm already doing what I got to do to be successful. But if you're trying to come into my life, you have to be like, okay, I'm gonna bring these things that's gonna allow us to get to know each other better, and it doesn't disrupt the quality of your life and or your goals. But some women have like less requirements where they maybe they have their own money, they don't need that. But I know for me, I do, especially since I want to get married again. And then like once I retire from all my fitness, I would love to have another child. The world's
Yeah.
strongest future baby. Yes.
Okay.
So he has to have some resources. He has to have some resources. And I know it's more than just, like I said, money. That helps. You need money. But more than love, you need respect. You guys need to really like each other. There needs to be a system where you guys are adding value to each other's life. You know what I'm saying? Because where I'm at, like I'm doing what I have to do, and I have a daughter who's almost 19. And I have this beautiful place all to myself, filled with beautiful things, and I'm just, I'm in a mode where I can be very creative because I have this space where I can just sit up and think. And I think solitude brings perspective, and for me, it's like allowing me to be very creative. And I like how I feel because, like, what I have produced has me where I'm at now. Like I manifested an interview, which is just great. All because I'm just like, okay, I have all these ideas. Let me create these videos and put it out there and see what happens. Right.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
I've seen you for years,
so far, so good.
I just ain't, I don't know. Because I was, I was interviewing a lot of people and you did come to my mind, but at that moment, I was like, nah, I don't know, not right now, but
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy. Yeah. Yeah, but I wanted to talk to you. It's not like I ain't wanted to talk to you. But,
How long have you been doing interviews?
well, a few years now. Like I
Okay.
started maybe like 2020. I mean 2023 or something like that. 2024, something like that. Yeah.
So with this interview, are there people watching right now, like live with
Yeah.
this?
You got somebody responding to you.
Oh, let
What
me
do
see.
you like the most and the least about bodybuilding?
What I
I
like.
think you talked about that, right? Did you?
Let's see. I would say that it's fun. It's nice to get there. Like you're there, you're at the finish line. It's the day. So on the day of the event, you're able to see the results of all your hard work through living it in real time, as well as being able to look back on the pictures. It's like, okay, I made it. I actually did this. I successfully completed a prep. Right. So yeah, you're just showing up and being available that day as your best. I like that a lot. What I least like about it is the fact that because politics are just what it is, typically the top 5, 6, 7, 8 girls are already in the judge's mind because a lot of those girls who are already predetermined to be top 5, 6, 7, 8 there are girls who probably do have a lot of money. Like somebody's paying their bills because like it's very expensive just to keep competing every month. But because these girls, they are in front of these judges' faces all the time, the judges are looking for them. So it's easy to be overlooked. Like you can look really, really good, but like if they already have in their mind that they probably not gonna really look at you because such and such is kind of, you know, paid their dues to show their face in a regular, it's not, I would say you have variables that are fighting against you in terms of like getting your best placement. And it's a lot of like personal feelings like, oh, she reminds me of my ex-wife, or I don't like her hair, blah, blah, blah. You can get marked down over a lot of variables that really have nothing to do with you. Whereas with powerlifting, if I pick up 500 pounds, nobody can say I didn't pick it up because I picked it up. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I love powerlifting, because it's just like shit. I don't have any sort of silent hate that's gonna keep me from being successful. Like I did what I did, and it's on the records. You know, where like I said with bodybuilding, there's a lot of variables that can skew your results outside of your control.
Yeah, he also he don't want no pretty dude.
What does that mean? I don't want a pretty guy.
I don't know. I guess he's saying that you don't want to conscious focus on looks. I don't want to speak for him, but
I'm gonna say this. If I had to choose like my own man, I would want him to be handsome. I don't want no ugly guy. What's ugly? I do want him